We finna head out going to Wyoming. It shows us 1,631 miles. I'm leaving my house here. Sunday evening, 1:30. My wife and my dog. It's sort of hard to leave when they're here. That's why I like. A lot of times I like leaving when my wife's at school, so my dog don't want to got a fin with. But hey, y'all, this trip right here, it's gonna be for y'all. It's for y'all guys that probably never get to go on elk hunt, but you always want it to. I'm gonna try my best to basically bring a camera along and make it feel like you're here, like this is your hunt, y'all. Because I have a lot of older guys that they love watching the show. They've got too old to do this, but they love watching it. They used to love doing it when they was younger. Y'all, I'm 55 and I can tell my days are numbered. I used to worry about when you leave to get all your gear and everything. Now you got to make sure you bring your teeth and your eyes with you because you can't see. So hit the road here, y'all. Got a long ways to go. Got plenty of time to get there because they don't open this Saturday and this is Sunday. So I'm gonna take my time, see the country, and see what we can get into, y'all. I want to get there a few days ahead to scout though. So let's see what this adventure leads to, y'all. Alright, made it through my first night. Basically close to halfway, 800 miles. Y'all, you might have watched one of my shows before. I said one of my favorite radio stations. It is my favorite radio station in the country. I listen to it on iHeartRadio since I got this car and I put it on Apple Play. But I'm close enough I can listen to it this morning. It's KGOR, Omaha, Lincoln, or Omaha, Council Bluff. Y'all, if you like 70s and 80s, this is rock and roll. It's like I said, this is my favorite radio station. Y'all. So we're gonna cover some ground today. So let's get going. Hey, one thing about traveling across country like this, I pay a lot of attention to the landscape, and I know this is elk hunt I'm going on, but I'm going through deer country right now, whitetail country, up down this Platte River on Interstate 80. When you start seeing shooting houses along the edge of this river here, that means they're there for a reason. I mean, there's whitetail right in here. A lot of perfect habitat. Look like got corn, a little bit of alfalfa and beans with this river bottom. So a lot of times I find something like this, I get my hunt stand map out and just see if there's public land there. And I might mark it and just say, hey, it looks good, or hey, seen shooting houses there. And at least I got a record of it. So if I ever want to, back in this country and don't want to hunt, I'm basically say, hey, this looks pretty good. It's a place to start and get out and walk and see if I can find something. So, hey, pay attention when you travel like this. If you want to hunt different states, like I do, I find a lot of it just by traveling through the country, going somewhere else, and I'm like, man, that look good. But I made me a note of it. So when I go look at my mount, I'm like, okay, let's go look at that right there. All right, I sort of detoured about an hour out of the way just to go look at a spot that I hunted. It's been over 20 years since I've been in here. We deer hunted it, that Nebraska show that's on the channel there, that's an old show. That's where we was at. But man, they done changed this up. They done developed it. These houses everywhere up through here. It was basically core land around the lake. And the game fish, I guess they lease it. Hey, I'll come on up through here, on up the road from how we come in before. They usually always keep that gate shut and run in there. And I run into a guy and got talking to him. He said, yeah, they shut the gate in November to like February and it's open this time of year. I come on through. He says, road goes all the way through. I come on through. Man, I found this road right upside the river. That's deep enough to run my moke in right there, y'all. Had to get me going back in there deep. And here, look what I found over here. Found alfalfa. They deer around here somewhere. This is too good a looking spot. That river's that deep now. It's definitely deep enough to turkey hunt. They can get in here deer hunting. Oh, you found something else here. They tells me about this place. Turkey sign. I'll mark it on my map. If I'm ever in this way, I may have to come look it up. I knew that guy I talked to a while ago said there's a lot of turkeys in here, so that right there proves it. That there's some. There are all kind of droppings up through here. So I believe this is a place I can come with my boat. Alright folks, I'm at a place. The first time I come here is 1988. That's figured that's 34 years ago. You know, you ever come up Interstate 80 and went hunting in Wyoming? You know, you went out hunting out west, Wyoming, Montana, or the edge of Colorado there. I guarantee you stopped at this store. You know, because the first time I stopped at it, one thing I remember, I bought a North Face sleeping bag. And it's in the vehicle with me right now. I still got that sun gun, and I bet I've slept in almost every state in this country with it. You know, one thing that's a shame, there's very few vehicles in this parking lot. I can remember when we'd come here, man, you'd be folks parked here that have elk horns hanging on top of their vehicle. They done been out west coming back. But that's before there was any stores all over the country. You know, now most of every major city's got a store, so I still want to go in it. I bet I've been in it a dozen times years ago. It was always a sight to see. If you ever get a chance to stop by it, hey, come look at it. The mounts and stuff they got in it. It was pretty special in its day. I imagine there's so many of them in the country now that's compete with it, because this one's in the middle of nowhere. It was just on the route out west, and you know, folks made a point to stop by it. So, all right, y'all. I made a little detour this morning. I don't know if you see this old mountain in the background right here. We've antelope hunted around this thing several different times over 20 years ago. My wife and I, we got enough points. Hopefully we'll draw it next year. So I wanted to basically ride through and scout, because they keep limited to the tags in this unit, or in Wyoming in general. They keep issuing less and less tags every year. But hopefully we can draw it next year. So I really want to come out here and scout and see, because like I said, I hadn't been on it in 20 years. Man, we had a ball on it 20 years ago, though. Carried my wife and kids out here. Both of them got antelopes. Let me show you just a little clip of that.
Is that him laying down? First down, look. Oh, beat that. Where's that? I got it. Look like a retard.
Yeah. Hey, we got a family event going here now.
Deanna just got her. Oh, I got tiny too. Oh, I have to talk. Deanna just got her first antelope while we're up here in Wyoming. It's bigger than Mama's. We don't know that yet. So we'll just go up here and see it.
Oh, is it? Oh, see it. Let's see it.
Get off of it.
Where'd you hit him at? And then Todd and I drew it, I don't know, that year before or something like that. And man, I killed one in the snow. That was pretty sharp with a muzzleloader. So I got him. Got him finally. Just rode around, found one on the right section. There's the section corner right yonder. So we barely running the right spot. So got my antelope with a muzzleloader. You know, one thing, when you're traveling to a state like this and you're going through multiple states, if you got time, you know, go a day or two in advance where you got a little time to just sort of look at the country. Oh, like I said, I stopped through Nebraska and looked at a spot. Now I'm here in Wyoming looking at a spot. Oh, I'm finna get, hopefully by this evening, where I want to elk hunt. So, but I'm gonna ride through here and I can show you a little scenery of it. Yeah, I made a lot of memories right in this area right here 20 years ago. And like I said, Todd and I coming out here and then bringing our kids back, Hubert and Casey back. You know, man, had a lot of fun right in here. A lot of memories. One thing I encourage you to do, if you got teenage kids, hey, bring them out west. You know, you do one of these antelope hunts. This is a pretty easy hunt. You know, I promise you it'll be the best week of school, and they'll learn more that 1 week if you come out here and hunt a week with them that they won't ever forget. And they'll pass it down to their kids. And you allow it to set a fire in them that they want to keep coming out here every year or every other year or so. So, you know, all I can do is encourage you to come out here and do this, y'all. Y'all come around the road here. This is on private, but got a bull. He's pretty sharp. He's skylined there, keeping them cows hurried up. I hear another bull bugling. I'll pull up on the hill here because I can see pretty good. I believe it's another dang hunter messing with him because I can't see. And the cows keep looking back one way there. And I believe I could see it so I believe there's somebody chasing them out. But he's out in that opening. It'll be hard to kill him right there. Both seasons still open right now. Pretty sight to see though. Alright, y'all, got to the general area I want to go. This is one spot I found on the map. I drove in here about as far as I need to drive. I'm gonna make me around this scene, mainly to sort of get in shape, take my time. It's not as bad steep in here, right in here, but I know I see where they got cattle still in here, so I don't know if usually that's not a good sign, because there ain't near as much feed in here, so, but I'm gonna go right up this way and go over the top here. There's a ridge running this way. And just look, get up and see, I might hear one bugling. So let's grab my pack. Like I said, I'm going light. I just got a little bit in my pack. Got me a light sweater because it'll get cold when the sun goes down. So let's just pack up and see what we can find. Alright, first morning. Finna put some boots on the ground here. I'm gonna go back to where I was last night, but I'm gonna go further on up the ridge and go probably north a good bit. So let's see what we can get into this morning. It's Wednesday morning. Like I said, it open Saturday morning, so we got to find a bull somewhere. Let's 70 miles we put on today. Find one. All right, y'all, finally heard a bull. I seen him. He's in the opening over there. Let me get my stuff out and see. I couldn't tell what a big bull he was, but I just remember just a little. Alright, y'all, found a bull. He's a long ways away, but he's a 6-point bull, I'm pretty sure. He's got a pretty good set of horns on. I'm a long ways from him, and like I said, I don't have my spot scope. I zoomed in on him on the camera, so when I get back to the vehicle, I can play it on my laptop and I can tell how big he is, but he's in a spot that's a long way from the freaking truck. But hey, took me 10 years to draw his tag. I shoot him there in a heartbeat. It just might take me several days to get him out of there, but I think he's in a spot I can kill. He's on that ridge over there. I don't think he's got any more with him. He's like he buys, I can't see him but one, so. Hey, that's one thing about coming out here hunting, y'all. You just gotta, it's like hunting whitetail. You just gotta put boots on the ground. I thought this little draw looked good because it had a lot of dark timber in it, and it was sort of the furthest away from the trailhead. And it was. I know that one's in here. He may be some more in here, so I basically got it marked on my hunt stand where he's at, and I've been scouting, find another one. Just, I got several days here, so I'm gonna scout and cover this country. And I got several points for mule deer. It's supposed to be a good mule deer unit too, so while I'm here, I'm going to make the best of my time. I may keep an eye on this, and I may be back in there and try watching him again, because I can still see him over there. He's shining. One thing about a bull, when you see him, he's real light. He's real light color. Cows will be a lot darker. When you see one way off, you know it's a bull. And the bigger the bull, the lighter they are most time, unless he's been wallering in a mud hole and got dirty. But I've heard him bugle 2 or 3 times too, so there we go. There's just a start. So let's see what else we can find. That was quick here, yeah. Got my wife to cook me some hamburgers and put them in Ziploc bags. Just drop them over in boiling water. Didn't take just a couple minutes. Got a hamburger, yeah. Like I said, in my 20s and 30s, I got to come out here and hunt a lot. I went to Montana 14 different times. A couple times I went in the spring. I go back in the fall elk hunting, but I go bear hunting in the spring. But I knew it was 14 years I hunted Montana. I've killed 6-point bulls in 3 states. I've had a goal that I want to kill in 5 states. And like I said, I hadn't been in 20 years to kill one. So like I said, I killed one first I killed in Montana, then I killed one in New Mexico, then I killed one in Idaho. So I'm hoping this hunt here in Wyoming will be my 4th state. That's why I put in these tags, and I put in for these points for so many years, hoping. And then, like I said, I'm putting in points for Colorado one day, so maybe I'll get it. One thing you can do is sort of ride around. Like I said, deer season going on. Archery elk still going on too. But I've run into a couple deer hunters. I got talking to a guy a while ago. He's a big mule deer hunter. I told him I had an elk tag, and he like, "You got a mountain carp tag, huh?" He like they big, yellow, and stinky. He didn't care nothing about them. He was a mule deer guy. So, but he told me he said he'd been in the last 10 days and run into some elk in a couple different places, and he told me about a place he run into some yesterday. So it's on this side of the mountain, way up here. But I don't want to go in there. He said they're on that south face up high. So I'm going to try. He said he sat over here on this side. I don't know if you can see that point. Right up in there. So I'm going to try climbing up there this evening and setting glass back across. Because like I said, it's Thursday evening. Still got another day. But I want to find where I want to go. Because I'm going to pack in tomorrow at lunch and stay a couple days. So let's hoof up that mountain right yonder. and get where we can see across and sit and watch this scene. So maybe there'll be a big bull up here. But he said he's been in here 10 days and he hadn't seen. He said he might have seen 1 or 2 bulls that are bigger than 300, 310 or so. But he said most of them. He's a 300-inch bull, is a pretty good sized bull in this area. So it lets me know if I see one about that size, I know I better pull the trigger on him. So it looks pretty rough in here though, man. It's gonna be tough getting him out, but we'll worry about that when we get him down. Let me show you what I see this morning.